Hey, I'm just going to jump right in here. So first of all, you'll need a 2012 Camaro, or I think they go up to like maybe 13s, 14s, 15s. I can't remember. But anyway, this would apply to all of those. And the problem I had was I watched all the videos, like how to remove the trim and, how to plug things into the radio and what have you. But there was a ton of stuff I did not know, and I could not find a video for it. So I made one. So anyway, I bought this kit from Creative Audio, and so it is a conversion kit that's going to give your Camaro like a super factory look. It's not going to look aftermarket, okay? And I got the Alpine stereo because I wanted CarPlay, and it has all kinds of other little features. Actually, not that many features, really, mostly CarPlay, Bluetooth, what have you. Anyway, this kit was like $800 maybe. And it looks super awesome. So I highly recommend it. Okay, so first of all, you're going to have to remove the console and the radio trim. You'll use a plastic kit. There's plenty of videos that can show you how to do that. I am not going to show you how to do that. I will say the cigarette lighter will scratch the gear shifter. So I used some socks. I just took my socks off and put them over these pieces so they would be protected. And then you're going to unscrew and remove the stereo. You're going to unplug the main wire, the FM channel, and the Sirius. I don't even know how to say that. And you're going to have to cut some tabs back in here. There's some videos that go over that. So I'm not going to cover that. You won't, with this kit that I bought, you won't have to cut the back tabs. A lot of people will say to cut those tabs in the very back, but this is actually a stereo. This particular one I got, it's like super small because you can actually add a miniature amp on the back. If you do that, you're going to have to cut it out. Otherwise, it's going to fit just fine. You don't really even need to do very much. Okay, so you're going to have a ton of stuff. You're going to have the trim pieces, the radio, you're going to have some side brackets, you're going to have a shelf if you're going to do a one-din, you won't need that, an amplified antenna, you're going to have 2 harnesses that come in this kit, steering wheel cables, a USB cord, aux cord, backup cam cables, chime module, and the radio brain with a rotary knob. You're going to look at it all and go, holy shit, what the hell did I just get myself into? And honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck? I can't do this. It was so much. That's why I made this video. Okay, I'm going to try to get to all those little details that none of the other videos covered. Okay, this box is your brain, and it basically is going to connect this and this conversion kit and radio to your Camaro. You'll have to set the dial to your radio brand, and you'll see on there's like this little dial. There's like 8 little numbers. You'll find your radio brand and you'll turn the dial. Do that first, just to be sure it doesn't mess anything up. And then your speakers will either attach to the amplified or the stock connector. You have the amplified stereo if you have Boston speakers. And basically the only difference if you mess this up is the sound. It's just going to sound like total shit. So, I mean, get it right the first time. It's pretty much not rocket science to go look and see if Boston is printed on the outside of your speakers. Okay, here's what we did not use. Okay, tons of wires. Some of them are going to be very logical. You're going to know what the heck to do with them. Other ones you're not going to know. I did not use the aux cable. I actually hooked it up. There was nowhere to plug it into this particular radio. So you may or may not have that, depending on which radio. This particular set that I did, couldn't use it. Nowhere to put it. The backup cam cords. So there's a way, if you have the rear view mirror backup cam, yeah, there's a way you can connect that if you want to dig through there and find those cords. I could really care less. So I did not use that. Also, you could put in an additional backup cam. You can actually do a front cam too with this system. Anyway, I didn't use them. The pink wire is like a speed sensor, and most cars are not going to use that. I don't even know what feature you would need to have in order to make that useful. The orange and white wire is the illumination wire. Did not use that. The blue and yellow aux cable for steering, did not use it. The orange black and the pink black are both for if you previously had the MyLink touchscreen radio and you're changing that out. Then you're going to need those. Mine was just like your standard old school radio, so I didn't have the MyLink. I didn't have to use those. I didn't connect the Sirius radio because there was nowhere to connect it to in my radio. So I have, like, there was the antenna, but there was nowhere to hook it into the radio. Didn't use it because I didn't really care about that. So I didn't investigate it any further. So actually, there's going to be a lot of stuff you don't use. Just want to make that clear. Okay, going from your brain to the actual stereo. You're going to have 3 yellow power wires. You're going to connect them. You're going to have blue remote wires you'll connect. You'll have the 8 speaker wires that you'll connect. You will connect the red accessory wires. For the reverse, which just tells the radio to turn on the reverse cam, even if you're not going to use it, go ahead and hook it up. You're going to connect purple white to orange white. For the parking brake, and this is like, the radio may not even work if you don't hook this up. So this is not really something to mess around with. Basically, you cannot program your radio unless you put the parking brake on, which is really annoying. Like, you can't even add a new Bluetooth, feature without turning on the parking brake. And this is what tells it that. And you actually probably have to hook this up in order for the power to even come on. Because, like, the radio will be like, nope, you're trying to cheat. So anyway, that's yellow, blue to light green. The steering aux only use 1. Don't know what the heck that means. Hopefully you'll make sense of that whenever you get to it. I can't remember what that means. The power antenna, it's going to be blue to red, and you're going to plug it into the stereo and the back of the Camaro. You'll connect the black ground wires. You'll hook in the chime module. Adjust that volume once you get it in there if you want to. And then the USB cord will go from the port in the back of your Camaro, if you have that feature. You may not have it, but I did. From the back to the stereo. Also, if you have a different radio that will accept an additional aux, then you could run your aux cord from the back to the stereo. Like I said, this radio, it didn't have the extra aux, so I could not use that. Okay, so you'll put your seats forward and you'll remove the side panels there. You can watch videos for that. You unscrew both sides, take off the back piece, unplug the old, plug in the new, and run them on the driver's side. I didn't remove the old cords. I mean, I'm not going to hook anything up to them, so who cares? I ran my Bluetooth mic through the steering wheel area and up the A-arm, I guess is what that's called. For the controls, this was like super like surgery type things. You've got to be so stinking careful removing the controls and installing them on the new trim piece. It is a delicate thing. And there's videos that'll show you how to do that. Of course, you'll have to add the brackets to the radio, so that you can screw it in there into the space. And remember, the Sirius radio and the aux didn't have radio plug-ins, so I was just kind of like left them dangling back there. You just stuff all cords in there and you screw it into place and you put all your trim back on. And these are the 2 videos I watched that got the trim off and, kind of showed me all those fine details that you're going to need to know. So watch them. And by the way, just created this video so you would know how to match up all those wires, because it was like so much and it was forever to figure out which ones we did not have to use and which ones we had to use. So hope this helps.